power of imagination, limits his individuality, takes away his self-reliance, and does him damage in 100 other ways. Parents often do their children irreparable injury by criticizing them. The mother of one of my boyhood chums used to punish him with a switch almost daily, always completing the job with the statement, "You'll land in the penitentiary before you are 20. He was sent to a reformatory school at the age of 17. Criticism is the one form of service of which everyone has too much. Everyone has a stock of it, which is handed out gratis, whether called for or not. One's nearest relatives often are the worst offenders. It should be recognized as a crime. In reality, it is a crime of the worst nature for any parent to build inferiority complexes in the mind of a child through unnecessary criticism. Employers who understand human nature get the best there is in men not by criticism, but by constructive suggestion. Parents may accomplish the same results with their children. Criticism will plant fear in the human heart or resentment, but it will not build love or affection. As I said earlier, Napoleon Hill is the master of this kind of thinking. Think and grow rich. I think Think and Grow Rich has sold well over 130 million copies in its little over 80 years that it's been out. Every single motivational speaker that talks about success and positive thinking pretty much is just paraphrasing Napoleon Hill. He's the granddaddy of it all here. And so let me just finish today. There's so much more I want to share, but let me just give you a little bit here to end it. And then I'll encourage you, after I read these last two sections, to how to get the book. How to protect yourself against negative influences. To protect yourself against negative influences, whether of your own making or the result of the activities of negative people around you, recognize that you have willpower. Put it into constant use until it builds a wall of immunity against negative influences in your own mind. I just want to insert here that my mother had the most incredible willpower when she was on the positive side. When I say the positive side, she got very depressed sometimes and she gained a lot of weight. But when she got herself together, boy, did she have the strongest willpower I've ever seen in my life. And my father was a very positive-minded person as well, so I guess I inherited it. But so let me tell you what Napoleon Hill says about how to protect yourself against negative influences. Recognize the fact that you and every other human being is by nature lazy, indifferent, and susceptible to all suggestions which harmonize with your weaknesses. Recognize that you are, by nature, susceptible to all the 6 basic fears, and set up habits for the purpose of counteracting all these fears. Recognize that negative influences often work on you through your subconscious mind, therefore they are difficult to detect, and keep your mind closed against all people who depress or discourage you in any way. Deliberately seek the company of people who influence you to think and act for yourself. Do not accept troubles, as they have a tendency to disappoint. Well, remember this, you have absolute control over but one thing, and that is your thoughts. This is the most significant and inspiring of all facts known to man. It reflects man's divine nature. This divine prerogative is the sole means by which you may control your own destiny. If you fail to control your own mind, you may be sure you will control nothing else. Well, I'm going to end it with this, because I think this is almost funny. It's so true, it's funny. It's kind of sad, too, though. This is a section on famous alibis. Let me just read you all these ifs that people come up with. If I had money, if I had a good education, if I could get a job, if I had good health, if I only had time, if times were better, if other people understood me, if I could meet the right people, if I had the talent that some people have, if I were only free, if I had the personality of some people, if I were attractive, if people weren't so dumb, if I had the courage to see myself as I really am. The only alibi that truly matters is the last one. If we could all have courage and believe in ourselves, we could create the life we are dreaming of. To take this thought to its natural conclusion, if I had the courage to see myself as I really am, I would find out what is wrong with me and correct it. Then I might have a chance to profit by my mistakes and learn something from the experience of others. For I know that there is something wrong with me, or I would now be where I would have been if I had spent more time analyzing my weaknesses and less time building alibis to cover them. I just want to end it today with this. Don Green, God bless you and thank you for being there in my life with the Napoleon Hill Foundation. I want to just thank everyone again for listening to today's show. And remember this, Right Thinking Foundation, myself, and many others are here for you. If you want a friend, if you want someone to talk to and help get your direction and your purpose, just join Right Thinking Foundation. Give me a call, rightthink.org. Now, you can get a copy of these 5 Essential Principles of Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill probably through Amazon. It's at airport bookstores, or you can get in touch with the Napoleon Hill Foundation, which is NAPHILL.org, naphill.org. With that said, thanks again, Don, for making my life easy for this show. I just wanted to stimulate people to know what this book's all about and to get turned on to the principles of Napoleon Hill. And I just hope that more people can catch on to Napoleon Hill like I was so blessed to do 45 or so years ago. With that said, again, our prayers are out to all of those in North Carolina and South Carolina and the other areas where Hurricane Florence has hit with the flooding. And I just pray that everyone can be safe and that we can all get together to help everyone as much as we possibly can. Everyone have a blessed week. God bless you, and see you next week.
Thanks for listening to Right Thinking with Steve Copeland. I look forward to being with you again next week. And remember, don't quit, plan ahead, it will get better. God bless you and have a great week.